Right. I think Daily Purge. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the Americas. Hope you're doing fantastic, or in the United States of America, not South America, and not North America, not Canada. Canada had it, and I think October 3rd they had their Thanksgiving. How you doing today? I'm here to see your turkeys. That's it. So post your turkeys in the comments. I don't have a turkey. We don't have stuffing. No sweet potatoes. Thank God, no marshmallows on top of the sweet potatoes or yams or whatever you call them, whatever you guys want to call them. But no Thanksgiving for me today. That's just my pine needle tea. That's about all I'm doing today. So what's going on today? I had hello, Olga. I had an interesting clubhouse session this morning where we talked about gratitude for Thanksgiving. And I did a post on Instagram. You may have seen it on my Facebook page about gratitude and how I started out with Thanksgiving as a kid and all the tables. And then, when I joined the military, how I sort of went the other route and said, okay, holidays are for families. So I always, in my 7 years in the military, always volunteered to do guard duty, to do CQ, to pull extra duty so that married people could go to Thanksgiving, right? It was always important for me to make sure that they knew. And of course, we get paid for that too. They would, they would either give you money or they give you food or they'd come by with a plate, something like that. Yeah. And then today on Clubhouse, my cousin said that, well, there was a whole discussion about, like I wrote in my post about taking a snapshot, taking a freeze frame of your day today with your family. Just take a freeze frame, right? Take a freeze frame. Yes, of course. Take a freeze frame of your family today, of who you're sitting with. And seriously, just stop what you're doing. In amidst all of this stress and the kids running around, the kids' table tipping over the sauce and the gravy and mashed potatoes falling on the floor, grandma yelling, huh, what? Or whatever, and grandpa fighting with Uncle Bob or whatever. The typical Thanksgiving, right? And just stop for a second, lean back. Hello, Colonel Llewellyn. How are you doing, sir? Thank you so much for joining in. Happy Thanksgiving. So when you're at the table today, lean back and take a snapshot with your brain, just with your memory. Like, take a look and look at every single person in that room. And seriously, if I was in Thanksgiving right now and I had the opportunity to take a snapshot, I would get up and hug every single person, tell them how much they meant to me. That's up to you, of course. But I would go and say, hey, happy Thanksgiving. I love you. Thanks for being in my life. And it's only when we don't have that, that family around you, where you actually realize that, holy crap, like when I was in the military, actually serving under Colonel Llewellyn here, Stan Llewellyn in 2nd Brigade, 3rd Armored Division in Gelnhausen, Germany. That's when I did a lot of the guard duty because it was during the Cold War. So 1986 to 89, I was there, or 93. I was in the Army, but until 89, until 91, I was in Gelnhausen because I went to Iraq with them as well. But I would pull guard duty on Christmas and on Thanksgiving and on other holidays where, New Year's Eve, things like that. We no longer have cardiac holidays. They're peaceful. Thank you, Olga. And, it was like a known thing, like single soldiers. Hey, why don't you pull guard duty instead of the married people, the married soldiers? And that was different because I had something to do. I had a mission, right? So I was protecting the freedom's frontier, right? And the Fulda Gap, which is the line between East and West Europe, East and West Germany, Russia, and America, basically. And so that was a mission, right? And so you did that proudly, and you were glad to do it, and you were happy when they brought you a plate of turkey gravy and stuffing. And the colonel's wife would come around, I believe, with a basket of cookies on Christmas, and we would each pick a cookie out. It was great. And that's how, back in the day, that's how the military treated their soldiers. Yes, indeed, Elise. And then you go to your life, and, I got out of the military, and I just started, I stayed in Europe. Hey, Tony. I stayed in Europe, and I ended up, living in Germany and Austria and Switzerland and UK and Spain and Portugal. And sometimes I did Thanksgiving, sometimes I didn't. But when I did it, it was big time. And we didn't do it last year. I don't remember why. We did it the year before. We had the full-on turkey. We don't have the American butterballs, but we have turkeys that look like ducks, little scrawny things. You need like 2 of them, and it was the hormones in them. And this year, I don't have Thanksgiving or a family around me. So I was looking to Clubhouse today in the Breakfast with Champions with about 300-400 people in there. We just had a wonderful time speaking about Thanksgiving, speaking about that snapshot that you take of your family and actually reaching out and saying I love you to your family, like I'm doing to my son right now. What's up, buddy? Love you, man. And it's something to be reveled. I guess the word to be to be cherished. That if you do have a family with you right now and you're doing Thanksgiving, that reach out and just say, hey, stop eating for a second. What? Love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And just tell the truth. Just say it. Say your truth. And so yeah, it's hey David, how you doing, brother? So it's a special day for a lot of people. It's a impactful day. I'm grateful for you all tuning in on my Thanksgiving. So you're at my table right now. What's up, baby? Buddy? It's in the fridge. It's in the fridge right here. In the refrigerator. The big white thing here with a door on it. It's a new apartment, so there's a new refrigerator. The water, the pink cap.
No, but isn't it cold?
It's cold, yeah, but it's all I have. I don't have warm water. Sorry, buddy. Well, I guess I just wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Please post the pictures of your Thanksgiving dinners, tables, whatever, peace sign, hello, thumbs up, in the comments, in the picture, in the comments as a photo. I'd love to see them. Since I don't have any Thanksgiving, I'd love to see yours, if that's okay with you. That would be really cool. I would love to have some pumpkin pie. My mother made this pumpkin pie. Oh, she makes this amazing pumpkin pie. And then my cousin in Clubhouse today, Monica, who's often in almost every day in Clubhouse now. Soon tight. She spoke about Thanksgiving at our grandparents' house back in the day, where they were in this little small house in Smith Street. Thank you, David. And we were all a bunch of kids. So they had 5 sons and daughters, and then they each had at least 3 kids. Right, so you can imagine what the house was like. And by the time we were like 10 or 11 or 12, the house was way too small. The basement, as a kid, I had to walk like this underneath, and there was a pool table down there, so you always had to bend over because it was so low. And everyone would just sit down on the sofa because you couldn't stand up because the basement was so low. And Monica was talking about that, how it was just magic. It was magic. No one fought. Nanny and Pappy Kuhn were in charge, and that was it. And it was very, very special. It's the times like that I wish I had the foresight to say, this will be the last time I'm going to do Thanksgiving at that house. Glenn Lundy said something today too. Like, Amelia Antonelli said something today too. She said, you never know when it's the last time. You never know when it's the last time. So take those snapshots. Tell them you love them. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Love you guys. Thank you. Remember, it's all about quality of life.